Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel ACCA Wala. Today we are going to do a very important chapter and easy chapter. So today's topic was basic investment appraisal technique. This is very easy chapter. So let's begin. So there are three basic appraisal technique. The first one was ROCE, which we call return on capital employed. Second one payback, and third one IRR, internal rate of return. In this video, we only talk about only two topics. First one was ROCE, and second one was payback. So let's see what is ROCE. ROC is an investment appraisal technique that measures the return on capital invested in the business. ROCE means that it measures the return which company has invested in some project. Okay, for example, if Reliance company invested 1 million in a specific project, and they want to know how much they are getting back, so they calculate the ROCE. Suppose their ROCE will be 35%. They are getting 35% on investing 1 billion. Okay, understood? So let's see the formula how to calculate ROCE. The formula for ROCE will be average annual profit before interest and tax divided by initial capital cost into 100. There alternatively we say that ROCE equal to average annual profit before tax and interest divided by average capital investment into 100. Now you see that what is average capital investment, how to calculate. Average capital investment can be calculated by initial investment plus the scrap value divided by 2. You will get an average capital investment. So there is one thing, you have to decide where we use ROC is appropriate for the business or not. So let's see what is decision rule is saying. Decision rule is saying that if the expected ROCE for the investment is greater than rate decided by the management, then the project is selected. It means that if a management decided the return of 20%, and by calculating the ROCE of a specific project, they are getting an ROCE of 35%. This means that they are exceeding by 15%, so they will select the project. Keep in mind that if only project is selected, then the ROC is greater than the rate decided by the management. Okay, so let's do one question on this. Question was, a project involved the immediate purchase of an item of a plant costing $100,000 is would generate annual cash flow of $24,400 for 5 years starting in year 1. The plant purchase would have a scrap value of $10,000 in 5 years time when the project was terminated. Determine the project ROCE using the question was to calculate ROC by using initial capital cost and second average capital investment. So let's begin. The formula for ROCE will be the average profit before interest and tax divided by the initial investment. In this, we have to calculate the profit before interest and tax. So we have to deduct the depreciation of plant over the 5 years. So we calculate the average depreciation by 1,10,000 minus the scrap value divided by 5. we will get the average depreciation. And how we will get the average profit? Average profit will calculate it as the annual cash flow of 24,400 minus the depreciation 20,000. We will get the average profit of 4,400. So we'll put the formula in ROCE, we'll put the numbers in the formula. 4,400 is the average profit before interest and tax divided by the initial investment 1,10,000. We will get 4% ROCE. So it is simple, very simple. Just remember that we have to calculate profit. So we have to deduct the depreciation, okay, and we have to calculate the profit. And second one, we have to calculate the average capital investment. Average capital investment, the formula will be initial capital amount plus the scrap value divided by 2. You will get the initial average capital. So 110,000 plus 10,000 will be the scrap value divided by 2. We will get the average capital. Average capital will be 60,000. And the average profit as above, we have calculated above, same has to be followed in this question. So we put the numbers in the formula. 4,400 divided by the average capital 60,000, we will get the ROC of 7.33%. You will see that this is very simple and simplest question in this and simplest formula. Okay, so let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of ROCE. Advantages of ROCE is simplicity. It is easily understood and easily calculated. You will see the formula is very simple. You will get all the numbers through the balance sheet and the profit and loss account. And second advantage of ROCE will be it is linked with other accounting measures. It means that ROCE can be linked with other measures of the companies. So let's see what are the disadvantages of ROCE. The disadvantage of ROCE are no account is taken of the project life. Did not consider the whole project life. Second, no account is taken of timing of cash flow. They are not considering the timing of cash flows. And third one, it ignore the working capital requirement. Okay, please learn these advantages and disadvantages. This is very important for the financial management paper. So let's see the second topic, payback. Payback method of appraisal. What do you mean by the payback method of appraisal? Let's see. The payback period is the time a project will take to pay back the money spent on it. It means that how much the project will take to pay back the money which was invested in the project. Okay, simple it. Let's see the formula. Now first we see what is the decision rule. Only select a project that pay back within the specified time period. It means that only select those projects whichever only select those projects which payback period is fast and will be get in a specific time period. Second, choose between the option on the basis of fastest payback. Suppose the company has two projects, the company has to choose the project which pay back fastest among them. Okay, let's see the formula. The formula for the constant annual cash flow will be initial investment divided by annual cash flow. Let's see a question on payback. An expenditure of $2 million is expected to generate net cash inflow of $5 lakh each year for the next 7 years. So we have to calculate what is the payback period for the project. The formula for payback will be payback period equal to initial investment divided by the constant annual cash flow. The investment will be 2 million, cash flow is 5 lakh. I converted into millions. So 0.5 million over the 7 years, and the investment will be 2 million. The payback period is 2 million divided by a constant cash flow 0.05 will be get the payback period of 4 years. So the payback period for this project is 4 years. Let's see another question on this. A project will involve spending $1.8 billion now. Annual cash flow from the period for the project would be $350 100. What is the expected payback period? Let's see. The payback period formula will be initial investment divided by constant annual cash flow. Investment is 1.8 billion. Cash flow I converted into million. So 3,50,100 divided by 1 million will get 0.35. Payback period equal to initial amount is 1.8 divided by constant cash flow is 0.35. We will get 5.142. So we have to convert it into month. Okay, so 5 years is confirmed. So amount 0.14 has to be converted into month or year. So it is very simple. How to convert is 0.14 multiply by 12. You will get 1.68. If we converted if we round off it, it becomes 2. So 5 years 2 months. The answer will be 5 years 2 months. So there was another question on the payback when there is uneven cash flows. Sometimes negative, sometimes positive. There was one question on this. A project is expected to have following cash flows: 0 minus 1900, first year 300, second year 500, third year 600, fourth year 800, fifth year 500. We have to calculate what is the expected payback period. So let's do it. It is very simple. You have to write years first, then the cash flow, then the cumulative cash flows. Write down the years, write down the cash flows. In cumulative cash flows, just remember, in year 0 minus 1900, then plus positive 300, you will get minus 1600, then add 500, you will get minus 1100. You again add 600, you will get minus 500. Again you will add 800, you will get positive 300. The period of payback will be around 3 years to 4 years. When negative is become positive, that year you will be recovering your amount. So payback period is around 3 and 4 years. We have to calculate what is the exact month we are covering. So 500 is the cumulative figure, then divided by the fourth year cash flow, you will get 0.625. You have to convert it by 12. 0.625 into 12, you will get 7.8. You have to round off it, you will get 8. So the payback period is 3 years 8 months. So this is a portion on payback. So let's see what are the advantages of payback. The advantage of payback is it is simple. Second, it is useful in certain situations when the business is changed rapidly, when the technology is changing very fast. And the second point, we have to remember that if there is investment conditions are improving. Third one, it favors quick return, help the company to grow fast, it will minimize the risk. Fourth, it uses the cash flow, not the accounting profit. So let's see what are the disadvantages of payback. The disadvantage of payback are it ignore return after the payback. They ignore the cash flows after the amount is recovered. Second, it ignore the timing of the cash flows. It ignore the project profitability. Okay, these are the disadvantages. Please learn the disadvantages and advantages of payback and the ROCE, return on capital employed. So this is the video on ROCE and the ROCE and the payback. So in next video we learn about the NPV and the IRR. These are very important. So please watch these videos in upcoming Tuesday. Thank you for watching my videos. Please share with your friends and with future ACCA members. Thank you.